Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Rosie here, and I play Dead by Daylight, so you don't have to. What's this? It's the twins, guys. You see twins? Look at that. See Charlotte and Victor's pretty little mugs? It's my babies! I know, dude. It's that character I made, but I haven't played in a while. Yeah, I know. Pretty sad. This isn't my twins, guys. I'm sorry. It's not my twins. It's Toad's twins. It's J-Man's twins. Toad's twins, Toad's twins, Toad's twins. Aofa, Toad Single's twins right here, dude. Yeah, guys, he's working on twins for the comp scene because he needs their unrivaled power for the comp scene. You know what I'm talking about, the comp scene? This is your payment, dude. You're sending me this shit to look at. I'm going to rip on the comp scene. The comp scene is a total fucking joke. Individualized killer rule sets continue to be the worst way of doing it. The balance of the game is not ready for a comp scene, and anything else is just making it up. You're just making shit up in hopes of balancing the game. We have to ban half the perks on the roster per killer, and then we gotta ban more for killers. Like, it's just a shitty way of doing it. Everything should be legal at all times, regardless, except with a few exceptions, of course. You can obviously ban the most broken stuff, but I looked at their list of banned perks, and a lot of their perks are just horrible. Like, autodidact is banned from comp. Like, what the fuck? The perk is trash. But anyway, regardless of that, the comp scene is shit. Did I talk about like their maps? Yeah, they do one map. Like, every character is only legal at one map. Wow, that'll keep the audience invested with a lot of no variety. That'll keep them invested. I guess that's why the comp scene only gets 6,000 viewers. Their VODs are pretty trash. Anyway, enough about the comp scene. Regardless of what this video is for, Rosie loves him some twins, and I don't like it when the twins are misplayed, and so I'm going to be doing some ranting today. Let's see what we got here. Apparently, he said this to another guy, and the other guy had some points. I like briefly skimmed those points, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what that guy said. I'm sure he's in the fucking comp scene. I'm sure he doesn't really know what he's talking about. So what I'm going to do, my friend, is I'm just going to go ahead and do my spiel, and you can compare them to that just to see which is said. Because I'm not going to analyze his comments. I'm going to analyze the video. If something's popping up multiple times for multiple different people, that's probably a bigger problem. But so I'm not reading that shit. I'm going to go ahead and just start watching the video. Okay? Let's go over your shit. We got Toy Sword, good. Movement speed with the scarf, good. Okay? We got Corrupt, good. We got Ruin, good. We got Undying, good. We got Thana, not good. Thana is trash. Get that shit out. It's holding you back. Thana is a bad perk in this game. Sorry. It's a good... It reads like a good perk, but unfortunately, after 50 nerfs, it's just not good. It's a bad perk in this game. It doesn't affect healing speed anymore. And that's the only reason you would want it on twins. So I would get that shit off. You could put on Tinkerer. You could put on Pop. You could put on Deadlock. Those are probably your top 3 alternatives. Or Sloppy. Did I say Sloppy? Deadlock, Tinkerer, Pop, Sloppy are your 4 best options there. Get Thana out. It's a piece of crap. It doesn't do shit for you. But yeah, twins... While twins have a good base kit and a good power, they do not have a lot of game synergy. So their builds are pretty cut and dry. You're going to have to just run full gen slowdown. So Pop, Deadlock, Tinker, or Sloppy. Sloppy helps you with the anti-healing. The other stuff helps you be more efficient onto the gens. So Thana's a piece of crap, okay? So we get dropped in here. Let's check out what we're doing. We're chasing. We're at Wretched Shop, which is not Twins' legal map, by the way. I don't know what you're doing on this fucking map. Okay, we lose Undying early, which... Could you have saved it? I don't know. I question what we're doing right here, though. Okay. Here is what I want to say, dude. We lost a gen, too, really early. Cool. Okay, dead hard. Remember that. Okay, we got it down. But, like... Uh-oh. Okay, listen. This is kind of... I mean, I've seen this before, so there's somebody here. Okay? There's somebody here. First of all, look at the amount of distance that you've put between the two of them so early. Twins, they like to stick together at the start, because now you've gotten it down, cool, you've gotten it down, but like now you've put yourself in a situation where somebody can potentially save the guy, okay? Because right now, we're not ready to slug yet. Look at our game state. Down 3 healthy states. We're not ready to slug yet. What that means is we need to take our hooks, okay? And you don't have enough time to down, walk over with Charlotte, pick the guy up, and hook him. You can't do that every time. The only thing is you need to keep the two characters more together at the start of the game, and until you have injures. They're ready to play further apart once your game state is set up. Okay, that's just a general rule, okay? But so, like, my point is that it leaves a lot of ground for that guy to be saved, okay? There's somebody here, okay? And you know that because you can actually hear their footsteps. Listen very closely right after you get down. As soon as you get the down and Victor's doing his hands, you can hear them. Right here. Did you hear them? They're directional. He's down there on the other side right now. I don't know if he's at the pallet yet. Obviously, I know what happens to you, but he's downstairs. Okay, now maybe you heard him too. We need to switch to Charlotte immediately. Or, since we know he's down there, then we should have gotten the hit on him. We should have not went through the pallet. You should have went through the other side. Okay, but look, see it? That was the Quentin who stunned you with the pallet. That is not Quentin, is it? That's Tab. No, that's Quentin. That's Quentin. Okay. He's injured. We have to kick the pallets. Kick the pallets. I tell you this every time I watch your gameplay. Kick the pallets. Okay. We're not kicking that pallet. I don't know why. 2 dead hards. Okay, down. Okay, great. We need to swap to Charlotte and take the hook. Kick the pallet. Kick the pallet. Kick the pallet. Okay, we know where 3 people are with our 1 versus 4. Because Victor, being a motion sensor, helped us do that. Okay, that pallet is not kicked. Go kick the pallet. Go kick the pallet. Now, you might say, why am I telling you to kick the pallet? Pallets don't bother Victor. Okay, yeah, they really don't. But you're not kicking the pallet for Victor. You're kicking it for Charlotte. Every pallet you kick makes Charlotte better and better. You have to kick those pallets for Charlotte. Because Charlotte is not a tool to be neglected in this character. Okay, look how much we're separating them. Okay, we just went for a very unnecessary long shot with no patience. Look how unnecessary that was. And also, another thing, look, he has an exhaustion perk. He's got sprint burst. So, that was a super impatient, not good thing right there. Okay? So, you're Victor, you're faster than sprint burst. If you see that somebody has sprint burst, here's what you do. Just follow them. Cancel, and then you follow them. The longer your shot is, the less consistent it is. You want to get right, you kind of want to get right behind them, since they have no counterplay to you, essentially. Okay? What do we... Alright, do you see what we're doing? After Victor gets kicked, here's what I like to do, okay? Here's a general rule for this character. Whenever Victor is kicked, look at the gens immediately. Because when basically you have map pressure in a bottle. Victor's going to come back in 5 seconds, and then you're going to have map pressure again, okay? When Victor gets kicked, you have to look at your generators, like, immediately. Because this character's biggest strength is their ability to shape the map, force 3 gens, and then win through attrition. That's what they're really, really good at. Okay, that's why people don't analyze them right. They're not analyzing that. They're analyzing the really fast games, and then, like, they don't analyze scummy play. But you kind of have to do it. But look what we do. As soon as we're kicked, what do we do as soon as we're kicked? We go right back over to the guy. We get kicked, And somebody missed a skill check or something right there. We have a guy injured who we should be prioritizing right now. Notice how we look in a straight line. We don't take a second to look at what we're doing. You need to turn your head to the right. There could have been a gen on the right that you missed, and you could have lost that regen, and then camped. You could have camped, if that was the case. Which you should have probably done, if there was a gen there. You should have began your camp and set up this situation, because you got it. But no, as we would have it here, we're going after a healthy survivor as Victor, meaning this is the least amount of reward you get with Victor. They just made a save, so there was somebody behind you. Okay, we got him, but like, what'd that do for us? All that did was, like, you cut off your ability to down somebody, because you're not going to down anybody there. So that was probably the most useless play you've done this game. Because that didn't do anything for you, and you gave them Victor, which is a latch, with the latch. You gave them your map pressure. You handed your map pressure to them. And if he was smart, he would have held it. We're ignoring a gen for tunnel vision. There's a gen being worked on in the middle. Okay. We kicked it, sure. Should we have unbind? If your plan was to unbind Victor, you should have unbinded him while the pallet was up, because he was closer to you. He got more distance on you now. Okay. Did good job not falling for that. Okay, we hit him. Swap back to Charlotte right now. Oh, there's somebody coming. Okay. So you recognize that the play was to swap back to Charlotte there. It was. But look at the distance. Look at the amount of distance you have again created with no board state. Okay? The error there was the fact that there's so much distance. It wasn't to swap back to Charlotte, because ideally you were right next to him there. And what you that was ideal, okay? Now, there was somebody right there. That's kind of unlucky. Looking at the distance, you have to count your losses there. We need to be going to look at the gens. Alright, there was a gen right next to us. Did we see how we prioritize that gen? Soul Guard, and then you got Soul Guarded for your trouble. Soul Guard's banned in the comp scene, Rosie! Well, this ain't the comp scene, bro. This is the real fucking deal. This is real MMR matches, bro. And Soul Guard's not banned here. So you have to account for it. And you got bit in the ass there when you really should have. You had Victor back, so we could have really gotten a chance to get some more injures on the board. But we didn't get that, and then we could have created a board state where it was better to separate them and play how you want. And then we're losing another gen right here. Oh, look, did you see it? At that point in the game, we finally saw our first glimpse of the generators we needed to see. 4 minutes into a 14-minute game. That right. Okay. So we're back. Technical difficulties. So we get Soul Guard again, and what I was saying was, we now got our first glimpse at the gens we needed to secure. That would be the one in the middle. And even then, I don't think that what you have left is the best 3-gen we could have had on this map. You've held them to 4 gens because twins are good. But that boom, boom, boom right there, those 3 gens, those are the ones we needed to secure. That was the best 3-gen you had in the game. And as you can see, look, one's about halfway done. So critical generator is being worked on right now. The generator that will win them the game is being worked on right now with 4 left. This is why Survivor is really fucking strong. Because all they need is 2 generators to pretty much fuck you. If they do the right ones. So right now, what we need to be doing with Victor is camping that shit. We need to be camping that generator specifically. But we're walking a little bit over here, away from our generators. Okay, we have Victor here. Oh, there's 2 of them here. Hit the Quentin, send Victor out. Okay, we have 2 injures. Not the worst board state. We need something. Attack the Dwight? No, what are we doing? What are we doing? We needed to attack the Dwight because he was closer to you. We lost a gen. Was that a key one? We don't know because we're still chasing. Look, do you see how we're not looking at the gens? I can't tell you if that was a key one because we're not even looking at it. And now we're chasing the person we should have been chasing at first, so we lost some time there. I think that was one of our key gens. But we have another one that looks okay. Okay, we need to take our hook right now. We lost Ruin. That's pretty much GG right there. Now look, we've only hooked one guy. So our win condition is 8% done. And theirs is 40. Do you see how behind we are? Now, of course, if you can fucking win the game with all your slug pressure, top tier OP slug pressure, you could do that. But, like, you're walking into every game thinking that's what you're gonna do. Now, have you ever... If you think 4 versus 2 twins, like, 4 versus 2 is easy, wait till you play against 3 versus 2. Losing a survivor against twins is disgusting. Like, that's pretty much over. If twins can get 1 kill, they should win the game, provided that the gens aren't done. Even if there's 1 gen left, twins can put up a huge fight if there's one. If it's a 3v2. Okay, that's something that they have that a lot of killers don't have. Because like twins already can like create 3 gens out of 3 gens that shouldn't exist. That's another strength that they have. But when it's 3 survivors against the twins, that is pretty much unwinnable for a survivor. In 9 situations out of 10. Unless, of course, like, the gen's already 95% done and you have no slowdown. Like that's about it. That's the only thing I can think of. That's why I say take DSs. Don't be afraid to take DSs as the twins. Especially if you're in advantage. Only take DSs as twins when you're in advantage. I believe I told you this last night while intoxicated and drunk. So I said take DSs, but I didn't give you real context because I was drunk. You should only be taking DSs as the twins. Only character in the game that can take DSs, I think. But that aren't Nurse and Spirit. Nurse and Spirit can do whatever they want. But if you're in advantage, taking a DS, and if you have 45 seconds to burn, take the DS and get the survivor out of the game. Which again, because I don't think it's 45 seconds against twins. That generator should be being kicked. Now, what are we doing? That gen is the least important one on the map. Because it's the one that's isolated from all the others. Okay, we did get lucky and find this guy. The balls on that dude. Okay. We need to swap back to Charlotte right now and camp the hook. Okay, they got the guy off the hook. We need to go after the person that was just did the unhook. So, I believe that is the Yui. Okay, we got Dwight. Borrow time. We swap back to Victor here. I actually don't know if this is the right play. You had 2 of them grouped as Charlotte, both of them being injured. You really probably should have stayed on them. Especially now at this point. Okay, they picked her up. We're going after somebody. This situation right here is something you never really should be doing as twins. With 2 of them together. Like you're going after a healthy survivor with Victor. Unless you're doing the gimmicky corner strat or you're winning so bad it doesn't really matter anymore. Unless you're doing that, like you really shouldn't be in that game situation. Like you see how many times we're going after healthy survivors? Like yeah, you hit him, cool. What'd that do for us? Look how far he is. Okay, we know where everyone is. We can kind of spread out now. We have what we need to get spread pressure. And we're not using it. The character just gave us free information that we didn't use. Okay, we got it down. Who we need to hook. That didn't... And again, if we had hooked her before, I don't know like how many times we downed this person. That was our first hook on her, though. So we're kind of advancing our hooks, but it's a little bit late. We're already very behind. So the progress to eradicating someone from the game is very slow because we weren't preparing for it the entire game. Okay, that was just bad. Don't do that. Again, healthy survivor at a window, a very small one, so you need to be very precise. Okay, she's got DS. Clearly, she's running to a locker. Okay. Okay, she's got DS. Okay, I told you last night about this. Again, we're going to talk about it here. taking a DS is already going to be a controversial, like, piece of information. But, you're not winning here. And not only are you not winning, that Survivor's not on Death Hook. Out of every DS you could possibly take, a DS on a Survivor that is not on Death Hook is the least worth it. Now, or assuming you didn't even know she had DS, in which case she had DS, right? So, we're taking a DS here. Now, that person is now the weakest Survivor in the match, because we know she does not have Decisive Strike. But we're still neglecting we're still neglecting the map with a character who's all about map presence. Like, you're not surveying the map. When you play Killer, this is something I've noticed about a lot of your games that I've watched. You play Killer and you look in a straight line. If you watch my games, especially Twins, I am always asking about my gens, and I'm turning my camera consistently to survey the map. I'm never neglecting the map when I play the game. You have to, like, part of the, like, you can easily say, well, you just didn't see it because I'm not talking during the game. I can tell you're not looking at the map because of the way you aim the camera. It has nothing to do with your voice. I can tell you're neglecting the map by the way you move the camera. You're not surveying the gens. We didn't know what gens we needed until... I didn't know what gens you needed until 4 minutes into the game when I saw it by chance. So there's no way you knew. Okay, we got the hit, but again, what is that doing for us? We do have the gimmicky latch potential here, but he's already out of tile, so we didn't do it right. So... Okay. He had dead hard, so there was really no way for him to misplay there. He fucked up there. If he had just dropped the pallet, he would have been fine. So we're getting another hook, but there's no way it's not this guy's first hook. Now, if you had simply if you had been taking hooks this entire time, we would definitely have somebody on Death Hook right now that we could get out of the game to turn this into the 2v3 the Twins do really good at. Okay, what are we doing? There's two people here. No, who's not bad against groups? Victor's bad against groups. Do you know who's not bad against groups? Charlotte. Charlotte is not bad against group survivors. Charlotte is not bad against group survivors. If you had like went over there with her, and again, I get you had to survey the map with Victor, but there's two of them over there. And we did get a latch early, so like not the worst possible thing. We need to go to the generator. Okay, we know where everyone is. Now, this is the first time in the game where we've had a well, we're not gonna hit this guy, are we? Yeah, you lost him. He went left. You hear him. He's in there. Dropping it. She's smart. Okay, Victor is back, which they held him hostage the entire time. Okay, here we go. That guy, this is our sprint burster, right? Yeah. Patience. Think. Okay. Down. Now, the first thing we need to do is go to the gen that is been worked on. We need to go back that way. Nah, gens are gone. The only thing I really don't have a really solid strategy for yet is the defending of the exit gates, because I'm never in that situation. So I haven't really done it enough yet. I don't really think I think it depends on the game state, would be my guess, and the amount of injuries you have. You got jebaited by the dead hard. No. Okay. She's got distance on you, yeah. That pallet not being kicked kind of screwed you over. That was the very first pallet I told you to kick, bruh. And here it is at the end game, about 10 minutes later, screwing you. This is why you have to be stopping to kick these pallets. Because she was able to play a tile with verticality, that's and big walls. Some of the things Victor doesn't like, she was able to use. Granted, you actually got her, because again, no tile is good against Victor. Victor beats every tile in the game once you just give him enough time. And he doesn't require nearly enough time that the other characters do. But that could have been 10 seconds if that pallet was kicked. Okay. Now we need to pick her up in camp. I feel like you should have put her near Victor. Okay, they're definitely healing at a gate right now. What we need to be doing is repositioning our. We have an awkward position here, and they were definitely healing. We're not really equipped to like kind of deal with them because we didn't move Victor like at all. What we need to kind of be doing here is, okay, we know where everyone is. Well, they're gonna swarm us and get her. Yeah. We have no injures right now. Oh, that was the worst thing that could have happened to us. Yeah, it's pretty much GG now. This is the only position where we've had 3 injuries in the match, I believe. What you need to be doing in terms of the survivors is to make sure we're prioritizing the injuries. We're faster. There's no need to do that. We need to get around there. Yeah. Okay, that was reckless. We got 5 hooks. We could have had more. Yeah, you should have beaten these guys. These guys were beatable. Definitely not top percent here. They had some good plays and they had some good builds too. Like they weren't terrible. So I'm not trying to. I'm just saying I think they were beatable. I think I would have probably beat them because they made mistakes too. But okay. So that's pretty much the game. Okay. So let me kind of read what was sent to me here. Swung cleanse. I'm buying blah 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 blah. Going for the overall. Let me read the overall. You're on console. The controller will hinder you with any type of aim required killer. That is only to an extent. I don't agree with that. You could pretty much get as good as the PC people with enough work. Yes, you won't be as good, but you can get as good as 99% of PC players if you just work. So don't listen to that. 2. All killers have one thing in common: game sense. I notice you're lacking some of it, at least from what I can see. It's not that you don't know how to use twins, you just lack killer knowledge, which will make learning high-skill cap killers even harder. I blame the comp scene for that. I think you need to stop. Here's what I think. You know what would be the best piece of advice for you? Stop watching the comp scene and just learn the game. Spend more time with the game and less with the fucking comp scene. The comp scene is a joke. Like, imagine if you were just talking about the game as much as you were talking about the way Samantha plays the game. And cheats at it as well, by the way. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you. Stop focusing on the scene and the players and focus more about the characters and the actual game itself. Okay? What he means by that is... What he really means by game sense there is map awareness. Again, turning the camera, surveying your gens. None of that was done here. You walk in a straight line and don't survey the map. Okay? Get Thana out. It's trash. I think, honestly, Will would help you tinker. I think, for right now, even if that's not what you're going to run in the future, I think you should throw Tinker on your build because you need to be reminded of generators. If you're going to play twins in kind of mid MMR, I think you're at mid MMR from what I can see here. I don't think you need Discordance yet. I think you should just run Tinkerer and just do basic map stuff. And play games as other characters to improve your basic map awareness and generator control. Learn how killers force 3-gens. Okay? You can tell when somebody makes a tier list with forcing 3-gens in mind, and who is just, oh, I'm gonna fucking make a chase tier list. Freddy's D tier, bro. You need, well, overall, yeah, that's a pretty good summary. The generators were neglected in favor of bad chases. That's what I'm going to say. The chase is pretty bad. Victor should never be going after healthy people. We had no board state that was required to separate the two of them. I watch me play twins, bro. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. I could message you more about this, but overall, that's my advice. Those are my advice. It's in my critiques. And again, for you as a player, stop watching the comp scene. It's not doing anything for you. I'm getting the hell out of here. GG's.